So why do you think Sanji and Usopp keep getting sidelined? This is at least the second time, maybe the third time. They both have been sidelined at the same time. They've been individually sidelined before that. And I'm not just talking about how, like, Luffy's been kind of sidelined for the last 4 or 5 episodes because he's been wandering through the city. I mean, like, literally just out of the story. Knocked the F out and laying there charcoaled on the deck of the ship. Last time this happened specifically was when they were in that city where they had all been knocked unconscious. They were going to be murdered, and only a couple of people hadn't drank. I think Zoro was the only one who wasn't fooled. But then others started waking up and getting roused and getting back into the action, and I think those two were the two that didn't. There are probably other examples. If I had to do this over again, I would actually have a sideline tracker. Number of episodes they've just been out of commission and not part of the plot whatsoever. These two are the front runners. They would have the highest numbers so far. So why is that? Like, is it because they're the most useless? Because I would say Nami is more useless when it comes to fighting than either one of those guys. Sanji actually has his kicking power is pretty. It's limited in scope. There's only so much you can do kicking, but it's pretty formidable. And Usopp has all his Batman toys, so he hasn't done the chalkboard thing lately. That was so good. That's my favorite moment in the entire series. It just is so off the wall, out of nowhere, and hilarious. And even the way the way they animated his hand and his face expression was just great. So good. Perfect. So she has her magic staff now, but still, she's the worst fighter in the entire group. But she does have the ingenuity. She has the heart. They all would have jumped in the water to save Asia, but I don't know. She just has something. She has an it factor that the others don't bring. I think it's an ensemble show, so you always have to sideline somebody. Look at the X-Men movies. They're always sidelining Professor X because he's the most powerful. He's overpowered. The fight would be over in 5 minutes if he was there. 5 seconds, really. That's not the case here. Like, Luffy's rarely sidelined because he's overpowered. Robin kind of has been here and there because she's overpowered. You have reasons for when you have a large ensemble show, you can only service so many characters at once. That's understandable, and sometimes you'll pick the weakest characters because they're not interesting, or you'll pick the strongest characters sideline because the fight would be over too quick. But you can also do this just by separating. Like I said, like Luffy was kind of separated from everybody else, not given much to do. Now it's finalizing in a very funny way where he's inside the body of a snake, which is hilarious. He's still they were checking in on him. Even if it was like 30 seconds an episode, they were checking on him. They were making sure he's still part of it. It feels like he's part of the story. Does Usopp feel like he's part of this story? No. Like, it's just interesting they keep doing this. And it's these two characters specifically keep finding themselves on the sidelines, either together or individually. I'm not sure why. If you have theories that aren't spoilers for the future, let me know. But I wouldn't be surprised if these are the first two people to leave the crew. They just don't seem like they have a place. But they do. Like, Usopp just seems crucial to me with all his toys and inventions and stuff. And I really like his arc. And, like, he's trying to be less of a coward. And he's trying to lie less. And, like, but he is annoying. But, like, Sanji's just a cook. And he's simps. And so what does he really add? He has a little bit of fighting ability. He has some comedy. But, I don't know. Well, we've got a comment corner I got to get to, so I guess we'll leave it here for now. But I just find it interesting. This week's comment comes from Frederick, and this is from episode 151, the big, lower drop episode. A lot going on there. It's a really long comment, so go to episode 151 and check out his comment. He's got a lot of good stuff here. For instance, he brings up Teach apparently has the D in his name. The hell does that mean? I'll theory craft that later. I don't know what the D means, but like I'm gonna come back to that. But anyway, the comment I really wanted to get to was the fact that he mentions that the author has a big problem killing people off. Concerning the episode we just watched, clearly he doesn't have a problem with death in general. But we're talking about Pelly or Pell, whatever his name is, the fact that he didn't die. Like any recurring character, he doesn't really kill off recurring characters. That's interesting. That's I guess that's a quasi spoiler, I suppose, because I'm sitting there thinking maybe it's possible you could get somebody like Sanji or Usopp dying. I was just thinking about that. But do I really believe that? It's possible. This tells me that probably will never happen. They may leave the ship, but I don't think any of the Straw Hats are going to die. I was even running in my brain maybe Ace would die. But given this comment, I don't know that would actually ever happen. Like, if he really is averse to killing off characters, like, he just doesn't want to. You know, like secondary characters. Obviously, none of the main, the heart of the show to me, Zoro, Nami, and Luffy. The first three people we're introduced to, the main characters. The first three main characters we're introduced to, they are the heart of the show. They are the heart of the crew. None of them are ever dying. I don't think none of them are ever leaving the ship. They might, but I don't think so. I think they are the heart of the ship. I think anybody else is fair game. They can either leave or be killed. Do I believe they would be killed? Do I believe you could kill Chopper? Probably not. They'd be like killing R2D2. It's never going to happen. Hurley. Never going to happen. But you can kill off Luke. You can kill off Han Solo. You can kill off Leia. You're not killing off. You're just not killing off R2D2. So, I think for that reason, Chopper's safe forever. Infinite safe. I could see him killing off somebody like Robin, Usopp, Sanji. But this gives me pause. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I would have believed it either way, even if somebody hadn't said anything. It just doesn't feel like that kind of. That's just so dark, right? It doesn't feel like that kind of story. Now, I wonder if the show does get darker over the years. We're still in the golden age, right? Like, we're still within a few years of assuming they do 50 episodes a year. We're about year four, maybe year five if they had a little time gaps. Probably not. Probably in year four, one episode a week. So we're in the golden age. We're in the optimistic period. We're the sophomore in high school. We haven't been kicked in the nuts yet. So the show might get darker. But I don't know that I would have believed it anyway. And I don't know that like you can read too much into a single comment anyway. So yeah. I just find it interesting though that he has that issue because like really you have to have balls to be an epic storyteller. And I'm not saying the author doesn't have balls, but like say he's afraid to ever kill anybody, like at some point the characters are you're just gonna lose any tension you have in the story. 500 episodes in, nobody ever dies ever. Nobody important ever dies. We get 500 episodes in, I don't know. I'm gonna feel very tense anymore. I don't know. Like I don't know if you would. Like so. I don't know. I mean, I think you need balls for to be a truly brilliant, once in a generation storyteller, and he is that. He is a truly brilliant, once in a generation storyteller. I think he'll go there. I think he will, regardless of how reluctant he is. And again, maybe he was just reluctant early in his career. Maybe after 10 years, he's like, F this dude, I'm killing him. I don't know. We can speculate forever. Let's go ahead and get into this. This is episode 176. Alrighty, you know where we are. You know where we're going. 3, 2, 1. People are getting murked left and right, man. Watch where you step now. Not good. Really not good. I was just talking about like I'd already forgotten he had been stabbed or slashed. Let's say I don't believe he's dead. Chopper. I'd already forgotten that he is in mortal danger because I don't believe he's going to die. He's the R2D2. You're not killing off R2D2. It's just not going to happen. Show me. Four way? Not the fun kind either. Dumbass. Yeah, pretty much. He's getting really pissed off. You can't contain him. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Four way? I don't think I've ever listened to the English version of this. I'd be curious to see what Luffy's voice sounds like in English. I'm sure it's horrible. Good point. I don't know about all this though. Yeah, whatever. That snake is just suffering back there, man. I don't need your forgiveness. Yeah. He's tired of hearing your crap. Uh, the human being doing dog noises is always going to be hilarious to me. It's so bad. It's one of the few sound missteps they ever do with this show, but it's bad in a good way. I like it. I'm glad they do it right. Sometimes things are bad and then they work. You know, slice him open so Luffy can get out. Excellent. So we're saying the snake is just carrying around all this rubble inside him. Yeah, he's tired, man. Well, wow, so bad. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. This is a pretty epic fight, man. Yeah, I don't care about none of that stuff other than kicking their ass. You got to play 4D chess out here, man. Because while you're attacking one person, somebody else can be up in that ass, right? Meanwhile, the person you're attacking is also dangerous. So head on a swivel. Just cough him up. Stop being so greedy and cough him up, Snake. That's right. Stick and move. If only Rick had done that. Oh, crap. Here it comes. The Snake's just lashing out. He's pissed off. Hey, man. Destroy more ruins. Robin ain't gonna like that. Just saying. She seems to take that kind of seriously. So I guess Luffy never interacted with this poison then. The poison sac must be way up near the mouth. Yeah, that's a damn problem. Wait, you, dogs can't punch. What are you doing? That's what I'm saying. How's a dog gonna punch? Yeah, yeah. Thank you for explaining. You taught this dog how to box. No effing way. I was gonna say, man, how's that dog punching? Okay, that dog is standing on hind legs. He's ready to punch your ass out. Yeah, yep. It's about me honor. I just that dog is taking me out, man. Like I can't get past that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that again. That was incredible. So they're officially goats. Okay. There's been some debate about that. Yeah. Nothing good. Probably. Aren't you supposed to know? Your information is useless. No. Oh, okay. That was her seeing what's happening. Okay, gotcha. Her ability is damn useful. I'll give her that. Yeah, here come the goats. You got to catch us first. The dog's gonna give you the old 1-2, man. I like how the snake is just a chaos agent in this fight, just thrashing around. The snake doesn't really have a plan. That's what I'm saying. Watch your six, and your three, and your nine. I think he's at your three, or he was a minute ago. Oh, right, yeah. Jesus. Chopper's corpse over there. You're gonna pay for that. Ah, shit. Oh, crap. So we got booby traps too? Oh, man. The Iron Ordeal. That's what they would have had to deal with if they'd gone there. Hey, man. He's awesome. That's why he came here. Yeah. He did it. Take care of business, Zoro. Look at him. He's pissed. So the dog just gonna yawn, huh? Great. That's just fantastic. One more thing to worry about. So you're saying he's hit by one of these barbed wires? I doubt it. We saw what happened. Let's just call it justice. I like the way you say it. But yes. But we call this in writing class, the professor would call this motivation. That fucking dog, man. I'm dying. I'm trying to control myself so I can focus. If I'm just laughing, I'm gonna miss. And I can't go back right like I would in a normal reaction. I would just back it up and rewatch it. So I've got to contain my mirth a little bit here. So you're letting these strangers just control your ship right now. I don't like it. His beard is creepy. Can't see his mouth. Hey, they're gonna protect the boat, I guess. That's cool. I love how cartoon horns always do too much. Cartoon speakers are always like moving like a mouth. He's on it. He's too cute and fluffy to do anything if he sees anything, but you know he's on the case. Meanwhile, these two worthless ass. So the ship's still moving, huh? Oh, this is a flashback. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you would think so. I think so, but that was then. This is now. They'll be fine. They're just chilling, parked. It does kind of suck, doesn't it? It was a shit show podcast as a question they ask at the end of every episode. Was it worth it? Was it worth all the trouble to make the movie for the movie that came out? Right? Was it worth it to explore this an island in the sky? I thought it was ahead of time. I can't back out on that now because it's an exciting idea. You got an island up in the sky. You got to check it out. But man, they're going through it. Curiosity may not kill the cat, but it definitely has hurt the cat. Yeah, no shit. I don't know who's going to beat him and how. Because, I mean, there's nothing Robin can do. I say she's overpowered, and she is, but in this particular case, what can she do against him? Nothing. So I don't know what you do. He likes it like that. He's just chilling. He keeps saying that. Man, that dog's a problem. Hey, Snake, just cough it up. I swear to God, man. It's not worth the indigestion. Oh, crap. Yeah, he's not trying to listen to any sense right now. Oh, crap. Man, that snake just comes out of nowhere, don't he? That's a pretty impressive feat for an animal that size. How does he keep coming out of nowhere? That's right, shoot his ass. He's like, you son of a bitch. I'm tired of you coming after me. Be like that in Civ 5, right? You're trying to invade somebody in some other country, invade you at the same time. It's like, you motherfucker. Get off my ass, man. I'm trying to do this over here. I ain't even bothered about you. Shoot him in his mouth. Because he don't have scales inside his mouth. Yeah. Man, this dog's a damn problem. He was already a problem before we knew he could box. Yeah, he's coming for that ass, boy. Rough, rough. Yep. I might have to neuter that ass. Which won't be a pleasant experience for any of us. Damn. He's getting this work, man. Hate to say it, but I think Zora might need some backup. Dog looks pissed. You don't want to sword fight like a man, do you? Chump, get off the dog and let's fight. Well, we don't like you much either. It's flexible. Right, that's why the haft is so big. Great. So it's not even a real sword. Hmm. Yeah, circus warriors. Pretty much. That's a good way to put it. I like how derisive that is. Oh, finally. Yeah, there's a lot of people around. Hey, Holly, why don't you take care of that damn snake? Dogs are good as snakes. They'll bite a snake's head off. Everybody's coming up to the top. Yeah. Yes. Here it is. Great. And then what? What do you have? What happens when you reach him? Thought that was your plan 2 episodes ago. I guess you weren't using a rock back then. Yeah, he's pissed. Well, so I find out what's happening with that damn snake. Oh, is he ticklish? Well, that's a different and weird. Everybody is going to the same place. We can have our reaction shots later. We're kind of busy right now. That's right, kick their asses. Yeah, all three of them came for all three of the goats. Fantastic. I like it. Each one took their own individual L. Hell yeah. I'm a little wondering how the boat is working on ground, but we'll figure that out later. Why you hold my kid? I'm racist. Look, man, it's complicated. Well, shit. Yeah, that was a misstep. Well, I guess the snake has to die. Oh, you really gonna lick your lips? That's what we're doing. He goes, that dog is putting into work, man. He will knock your ass out. Shouldn't have been distracted. Either one of you. And you're trying to protect other people, right? That sword is cheating. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We know you're awesome. Hey, they're gonna see Luffy down here. Even the bird, huh? That's what we're doing. I called Wiper racist, and he is, but it's not without reason. Well, let's examine that though, because his ancestors are the blue sky people, right? They came up. So I don't think he's coming at it from a genetic point of view. He's coming at it from an ideological point of view. It's like we have changed. It's kind of like how Vulcans and Romulans have a descendant. They're way back in the past. They come from the same place, right? They settled different planets and evolved vastly different cultures, but genetically they come from the same place. So if they're racist towards each other, it's not because of their genetics; it's because of their ideology, their culture. This seems to be the same case here because you originally were blue sky people. You were lifted up 800 years ago, or 400 years. How, I'm a little unclear in time. I guess 800 years ago you were lifted up, or was it 400 years ago? I'm a little unclear on that. But maybe the city fell 800 years ago, 400 years ago. I think that's what it was. So 400 years ago, your people were separated from the rest of the blue sky people. So it's really just anybody who doesn't come from here, regardless of genetics, we hate them and we don't trust them. Essentially, it's where he's coming from. It's more bigotry than racism, I guess. There's a difference, you know. He's a bit bigot. He's xenophobic. But Asia is already, she's going to bridge the gap. She's going to create an understanding between two, whoever survives. Like, not many of the people are even left, right? I assume that, you know, you still have your families back home who are still around. Only the warriors went for the fight. So the rest of your people will survive. So she will bridge the gap between whoever survives and the blue skies people, especially if the alien does, as I believe will happen, come back to the ground and you're going to have to reintegrate into that society. Asia will be how you do it. Because she has now spent time with the blue sky people and blue sea people. I think I've been saying blue sky, you know what I mean? The blue sea people, she's spent enough time with them, she knows that they're just like us. You know, there's good and there's bad. It's not a broad thing, right? You can't generalize. He is an interesting case, though. Like, you totally get where he's coming from. And I'm not even mad about it because it's like, you know, his hatred of God and those people make a lot more sense than his hatred of the blue sea people, though. I guess the problem is anytime blue sea people come up, they probably just want to plunder, they want to occupy, they probably stuck their nose in where it didn't belong, you know, trying to dictate, impose their will on other people. They probably have had a lot of bad experiences with whoever did come up because they mostly were pirates looking for treasure, I would assume. That makes sense too. I mean, it's a very complicated issue, but I totally get where he's coming from.